So you are a big fan of Japanese comic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of like the more comedic anime. Although I have watched some like more serious ones too. Like Cowboy Bebop I love.
Which one?
It it's
I'm also a big fan of Japanese comics, but maybe I don't know how to translate it in English.
Wait, I can't spell cowboy. Oh, it's I put it in the chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I love
Oh,
that show.
okay. Do you like superhero animes?
Yeah. I watch a lot, even like this one too, My Hero Academia. So many good ones that I love. I was actually
Hero.
I was telling people in the in the Academy developer office hours yesterday that I've been trying to learn Japanese recently too because I my goal is to be able to watch anime without having to translate. Your new nickname is Koi Boy? Yeah. I could not figure out how to spell that.
Ganbatte.
Sumimasen, everybody. All right. So here we go. Town Hall 19. Let's rock and roll. So yeah, as always, if you haven't been to these town halls before, basically they're just ways to learn about what Emerald City's up to, what we're doing, and what we've accomplished in the past 2 weeks. Although the 2 weeks has been sort of like it's sometimes it's one, sometimes it's three. You know, it's all over the place. But nevertheless, here we are. So Emerald Academy, we have a bunch of updates here actually this week. Um, so I had this announcement in the last town hall too, but due to Emerald Academy growing, we have now created a separate Emerald Academy Discord. So this is pretty important because we wanted to better emphasize the educational branch of Emerald City. I'm actually gonna put the invite link in the chat here. Um, so it's pretty cool because you can use something, you can at least earn something called energy. And so what this means is if you were to go to the Emerald Academy Discord, which I will show on my screen here, you can ask questions in the developer forum. You can see it's actually become pretty active recently. And the more questions you ask, people can upvote it with this thing called energy, and you'll get, points for answering questions. So it's basically like a cool Stack Overflow that's directly in Discord, and you can even filter questions directly, based on, these types of things. So it's a great way to find information and ask questions. So definitely check out Emerald Academy if you can. It's a great way to get some help on Flow. So that's the Emerald Academy update. Will energy be a fungible token at some point? We've thought a lot about that, Phil. It's hard to sort of track that because if you earn points, like you have to mint them on the spot, so it kind of gets weird. But we do treat them as quote unquote fungible tokens because with our new academy redesign, you're gonna have like a little gem that you can like upgrade based on like a little emerald gem that you can upgrade based on your energy. So we're gonna gamify it a little bit, but it's not on chain at the moment. But I think that if anything were to turn into a fungible token, it would be that for sure. So that's the Emerald Academy Discord update. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have for you. No, okay, that's it for that one. Now, actually, I forgot to change the title to this one. So, Intermediate Cadence Course. Oops. As Cadence says, I'm a mess. But this is a new course that I'm actually currently developing called the Intermediate Cadence Course. So this is basically just the beginner cadence course, but more advanced. And instead of focusing purely on like learning syntax and learning about resources and learning, what kind of exists in cadence, this is much more of like a advanced pattern-based course that I'm writing just from my experience over the past couple of years to try and teach people, about more of the complex patterns that you can implement in the flow space, as well as, certain things such as like poor capability linking and how to fix poor links, how to discover metadata even through poor links, stuff like that, admin rights, all that kind of stuff. So definitely more complicated. The quests are a lot more complicated. But that's sort of the point, right? So, anyways, I'm about halfway done with it, and by the time I finish the other half, we'll start this boot camp. So I'm assuming that by January 1st, we'll kick off the new year with a completely, new course. So really excited about this one. And to all you beginner DAP bootcamp or beginner Cadence bootcamp devs that got on your high horse and think you're special, this will definitely ruin you. So look forward to that. I'll give up until I get badges and shit. Yeah, every week you want the badges. This is more and more badges. But Kaden, you do get badges. You get floats, and then those floats are the badges, and then those will show up on your academy thing. All right, fine, 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 fine. Well, I'll wait for you to get the badges. Bring it on. All right, you're all gonna fail. Next one, I'm pretty sure most of you know this one already, but we've been doing developer office hours every single week, so Flow sort of stopped doing this for whatever reason, and I love this sort of thing. So every week at 11 a.m. EST in the Emerald Academy Discord, we host developer office hours. So we've been getting a lot of great questions recently. Just people thinking about building dApps. We had a couple people, I think 2 weeks ago, actually come in and ask about like a build space tutorial. That was pretty interesting. Um, oh wait, yeah. Why do I not? I don't know why I didn't put that Thursday. Sorry. Every week, I don't know why I didn't put Thursday. So it's Thursday. Yes. So we had people from Build Space come in and ask questions, which were better obviously, but that was pretty cool that they came in. Cadence questions, just a lot of random questions. So um, yeah, it's just super fun, very very relaxed. So feel free to stop by if you ever have any questions. And also sometimes we in the developer office hours we oftentimes like will announce fun updates that happen in Emerald City, and also I also will like introduce people to updates that are happening on Flow. So it's really a great way just to stay involved in the Flow ecosystem. So this is sort of a bigger announcement um, in today's town hall, but so you may have seen Flow's latest announcement on Twitter, of which I made 2 appearances. I'm just cool like that. Obviously, we all know that. So they said, what's happening on Flow? Well, first of all, we have a weekly build from scratch session. So that's this right here. And this is basically a series that we're partnering with Flow for. So Emerald Academy and Flow are sort of doing like a little partnership over the next couple months where we're basically going to build mirror.xyz on Flow together. So if you haven't heard of that, I mentioned this last town hall, but Mirror is basically like a Web3 publishing platform. And so more specifically, Andrea from the Flow team and I are going to be building this on Flow every single week on Tuesdays. Um, so we're gonna be building it the whole week, really. But on Tuesday, we're gonna meet in the public and answer any questions people have, and show people how we're making the dApp. Now, the point of this is to make it like a very educational experience, so people can really get good insight on how to architect, design, implement, and think about building production level dApps on blockchain or on the Flow blockchain. Um, so we're starting on Tuesday, and actually let me send you all the invite, and it's going to happen in the Emerald Academy Discord. So go ahead and look at that invite and make sure to click interested on that if you want to stop by. And also make sure that you're in the Academy Discord because the whole series is gonna be in there. So really excited that Flow is helping us out on the marketing side, and of course you all know Andrea. Andrea is a guild leader here at Emerald City, so it's native for Andrea to it's good for Andrea as well. That's awesome. And then just want to also briefly mention that They're doing a town hall, I guess, not as cool as ours, but check that out if you want. That's me. I know. God, so good looking. But Dev Jam with Jacob Tucker on December 22nd, if you want to check that out. And if you also love, Bjarte, you can 100% check his out too. I'm sure Bjarte's, in all honesty, I'll be the first to admit, I'm sure Bjarte's is going to be better. But he's just so cool like that. But um, maybe you like me and you'll come on the December 22nd. To be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure what these are for. I think they're just going to ask me about like how I made float. So if you're curious about, how we implemented float, you can check this out. Are these in the Flow Discord? Yeah, the Dev Jam ones, I believe, are in the Flow Discord, but this one's going to be inside Emerald Academy. The sniper. Nice, Raven. All right.
Ooh, yeah. Change that.
Yeah. All right, so that's the build from scratch series. Any questions about this one? Boom, headshot. Cool. What do you think about the new? What do you think? Oh yeah, so this one, so this will be a live stream. Yeah, so Andre and I will be live streaming the workshop. However, most of the work will be done like off stream or like not live. Um, what's the usual saying? Yeah, like off camera because like it's going to require a lot of time obviously to build it. But when we interview, like when we show what we did to the public and talk to people about what we're thinking through, that will all be live streamed. So we also just got a bunch of people in here. What's up, everybody? Lots of people I haven't seen in quite a bit. Hey, Roto, Porter, great to see you again. Oh, Chris joined. What's up, Meta? We got Will in here. Hey, Will. Bosque. This is great. Love seeing everybody here. Will you be talking about backend systems? Yes. So we'll be talking about Cadence, right? The smart contract language for Flow. We'll be talking about Svelte. We're using Svelte for the front end. We'll be talking about Supabase, which is what we'll be using for our backend. And SAS or CSS, I believe. So the whole stack. All right, next up. What do we have here? Oh, yeah. So I made this announcement in the Academy channel, but I have a little bit of updates here. So as you may know, in Emerald Academy, we have these things called like challenges, or they're like DApp templates. They're sort of like a fun educational experience to help you learn how to build dApps on the Flow blockchain. So we currently have, or we have just added 2 more challenges for you to play around with. One of them is a voting dApp. So you can go through here and you can basically learn like how to very easily install like a voting application on your computer. So it gives you everything. It gives you the Cadence code. It gives you the front end. It's like a whole template on how to get started. And you can even like, it shows you at the end how to deploy this to testnet too, and then eventually mainnet. So these are great ways to like really kickstart your Flow development. Now, we have a lot here. We have voting, how to multi-sign, a basic hello world, NFTs, tokens, a minting site. But the update here that I want to sort of emphasize is we're sort of revamping like how we think about these. In the past, they were more challenges where, we basically just throw this at you and it's sort of almost like a challenge to complete these. But we're sort of thinking through what it would mean for us to turn them more into how to quickly start, developing on Flow. What I mean by that is if you go to Third Web, actually, I believe it's thirdweb/explore. I think. Yeah, so Third Web is basically an application where you can almost like auto deploy contracts. Now, to be honest with you, like leaving personal opinions aside, like the website looks amazing, and I got an idea, or at least I think BZ, are you here? But BZ got an idea where on the Academy website, we could have an explore page with fun little gamified elements here, right? Like the fun little icons, and we can put like hello world and voting. And what users can do is they can click on these, see the whole GitHub markdown right here, show an audit report for the challenge, what contracts are involved, all that. And then instead of just deploy now, it'll show a button like clone to my computer. So users can almost look through like a explore page of, what we're calling challenges now, but in the future are more like, get started quickly on flow templates. So don't really know the name yet, but we're thinking about making this this section on Academy. That's sort of the update there. Oh yeah, so I talked about a security course on Twitter. I put that on hold because I'm currently developing the intermediate one. However, I am really excited for that course, Lanford, because that I'm gonna make it very fun in the sense that when I develop that course, at the very end, I'm gonna have a contract where people can like hack it to get flow. But that'll come in like the next course. Yeah, of course, Phil.
Thanks, Jacob. Yeah, I was thinking the other day about something that might be of interest to people on Emerald City and might be something that people would want to build. So I'm sure many of you have heard of Ethernaut, the kind of the hack challenges for Solidity. I can imagine with Flow, you could build something similar. And when you started speaking about your challenges there, Jacob, it reminded me of how the challenges on Ethernaut work. And the way that it works is you have this factory contract that deploys the challenge contract, but it also validates your solution. And so you submit your solution to the factory contract, and it verifies that your solution is correct. So, Jacob, if you go to Ethernaut on GitHub, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Very interesting. Oh, it's a
Yeah,
war
and then
game.
yeah, it's really, really good. If you scroll to the top, Jacob, and then go on contracts, click on contracts, yeah, and then levels, and then click on anyone that ends in factory, so like coin flip factory or whatever, any of them will do. And you can see at the bottom you've got that validate instance function.
Oh yeah.
And what that does is it checks your solution basically and returns true if you've solved the problem. So it might be something you can incorporate into your challenges or into the security topic that you were thinking of making.
Yeah, that's such an interesting idea, Phil, because when I make the courses, right, like the intermediate ones, I always think of putting a quest that says like, oh, deploy this contract to testnet, and then basically have some sort of backend that will like query it, right, and see if the result is correct. So it's super interesting. And I think like ideally, once I get these courses out there and challenges out there, um, that could be like an added layer, right, to make it like super, super cool.
Yeah,
And as always, like I think it's awesome that these guys like gamified it to like a war game.
yeah,
That's super
it's
cool.
really, really cool. If you ever want to talk about this, Jacob, I'd be happy to discuss it.
Thanks a lot, Phil. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be super cool. And yeah, even with the security course, like it'd be super cool to like maybe deploy a contract, have people fix it. Like, yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. Um, all right, so yeah, as you can tell, lots of stuff going on in the academy. Um, oh, and yeah, I was gonna show you the current state of the redesign for the platform. Wait, hold on, let me quickly bring this up. So every single week, I show you guys basically like a new update of the academy redesign. But I believe right now it's sort of wonky. Okay, so um, right now this is the light version. I don't know how to get to the darker version, but regardless, I'll just show you. This is the current state of the new Academy homepage. This is the light version. I don't know where the darker one went, but anyways, we sort of were thinking through a section to have live boot camps, courses, roadmaps, tips and tricks, all that show right here. And I think the more important update was two things. One, yeah, see, like it doesn't really work on light version, but maybe this will. Okay, I can't show this right now, but essentially, darker version had all the latest updates, but I'll show you in the next town hall. It's fine. When Lanford version, you love Lanford's styles, right? Actually, speaking of Lanford, I think we're gonna get up to some Lanford updates. So yeah, let's move on to some products. So the first one, Shield. So we've officially audited 2 contracts and given Shield certificates. I believe this was already in the last announcement, or in the last town hall. So as always, you can see a list of all the audited projects at this link under the project audits folder. So one of them was MFL. So if you go to MFL, you can see an entire audit report that we made for MFL. Looks super fancy. Claps to Dean for designing this, but it looks pretty cool. So you can see a whole audit report here. You can also see we gave them like a certificate, right? So this is like a full-on certificate of audit for MFL. So yeah, so we've begun basically giving out official audits for projects on Flow. But the sort of newer update is that we're actually only a couple days away from displaying audited transactions directly from wallets like Lilyco. So what this means is that when you go to a website and you run a transaction, it will display on Lilyco like this transaction has been audited by Shield. So we're like that's obviously I'm super excited about that. And we're very close to that. I've actually been working with Hal a lot this week to get this to like a sort of cool stage. So yeah, it's awesome. So does it cost anything? Yes, it does cost something to get audited. This is actually one of the few ways that we're currently bringing in revenue to Emerald City, but Flow hasn't like endorsed it like monetarily in the sense, but like they trust it. If that makes sense. Jacob Fury, I like that. Jacob Fury. And if you want to check it out more in depth, you can always go to site. I put in the chat. Oh yes, I believe that Flow approves of Shield. Just based on like the conversations we've had and stuff like that. I think they actually love it too because it's sort of like Shield is sort of like their first like example of like an auditor in a way, so they're using Shield as like a test almost to like see like how auditing works in the space. We get involved? Yeah, absolutely. 100% Phil. So people that like I guess as of right now since it's so early, it's mostly people that I trust can help out in the audit process, yeah. Have you used VeltKit for an Emerald project? Yeah, so Bosque, I believe we've used VeltKit for pretty much all of our projects, like Float, Touchstone. Yeah, like pretty much all of our projects are in SvelteKit. I believe it's just like an added like extension on Svelte, really. Oh yeah, Raven's spotting Dean's email. Yeah. All right, cool. So we'll make an announcement when this is out there. My first choice is definitely Svelte. Yeah. I think Svelte is a lot easier than Next.js. Like, I think there are a lot of devs out there that are really good at Next.js. Like you, Lanford, you're a wizard. But I do think that Svelte is a lot easier. Since it's basically just like pure HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. There's no like JSX. So another big update. Wait, I have to cough. Sorry, I'm dying here. I've had like a cold for like a week now. Anyways, so some pretty big updates with Emerald Bot. We've completely. That's not English. Okay, that's English. We've completely redesigned the Emerald Bot experience to make it very easy for users to configure their own verifiers. And we also have a new website. So basically, what this means is number one, we have a new website, which is pretty cool. But number two, you can actually configure your own verifiers directly on here. So if I log in here, this is me. And so also the experience got a lot better because you can see who you are kind of, and also like your current guild. So I'm creating verifiers for Emerald City, and you can put in like an image. So I'll just put in this image. I think it's the UFC Strike logo. I can make a name, verifier test. Raven is a noob. Someone help him. And then I can select multiple options here, like normal, short circuit. And if I click on role verifiers, I can configure my own verifiers, and we even list all the roles out for you here. So these are all the roles inside of Emerald City. Guild leader, token holder, which I don't know why I have this. No one has it. Emerald ID, which pretty much all of you have. Test role. Wicked Witch of the West, which Jenna has. But can everyone here ping Jenna in the chat? Go ahead and ping Jenna for being the Wicked Witch and not ever coming to the town hall. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, go ahead, ping Jenna. Let's make her feel left out as much as possible and ruin her Friday. Good. Absolutely ruin Jenna's Friday. So she's the Wicked Witch of the West. And then Emerald Holder, which I believe a few of you are. Or maybe not. I am. And then, yeah, so whatever. So you can click a role, let's say Emerald ID, okay? And you can go to the verifiers and say, okay, you have to have an Emerald ID to get that role. Okay, save that. Boom. I can make another one. So to get the Wicked Witch of the West role, you have to own, let's say, a Flovatar, 2 of them. And you also have to own 2 UFC Strike NFTs that are Challenger level or Challenger tier. Save that. I also want one that, so to get token holder, you have to have a float that has this event ID. And let's see, flunks. You need to have 1 flunk. But for this one, I want to say, you know what? You can have either one of these. You can have this float or this flunk. So I'll put or. Save that. So basically, you get the idea, right? You can make as many role verifiers as you want, and then create the verifier, right? And you can then, once you create it, you can basically easily just copy and paste it into your Discord. I wonder if I even have, yeah. So here are 2 of the ones that I made. So I could basically copy this and paste it into Discord, right here. And boom. Now, I'm not going to actually do this, but you get the point, right? So it's a lot easier to create your own verifiers. So as you know, Jacob, my community lead, Nirmala, yes. Will this new UI work with her current setup, or will she have to create a new account? No. So this will work. This will work totally fine for her. Yeah, this will work totally fine. So, yeah, part of this was to help people like, Nirmala, who I know probably hate like reaching out so much, and it makes it harder for them to set this kind of thing up. So, hopefully this is a lot easier for her and others that are using the bot. Yeah. Yeah, get wrecked, Raven. Get wrecked. The logo's so cute. Oh, I wonder who made it, Lanford. Anyone have any guesses? All right. Everyone put in the chat. All right, here's a guess. Here's a poll, right? Thumbs this up if I made it. Thumbs it down if Lanford made it. Seems like no one here has any trust in me, hmm? Who's got trust in me? I have flow token I can give out. Up, and suddenly the votes are switching. You people are so low. Is it really tied? I love that I mentioned flow, and now my votes are skyrocketing. Manfred, what do you have to say? Do you have any arguments for yourself? What's your argument, Lanford? Any convincing arguments? Power of lobbying. I'll downvote it. Yeah, so to the 6 people that didn't get persuaded by my flow offer, you were correct. Lanford made the logo. I am not that talented. Listen, I get it. I stink, right? But and now the votes are switching back. You people are so stupid. All right. So yeah, Lanford made it. Thank you, Lanford, for making the new logo. Woohoo! And also, Lanford didn't just make the logo. Lanford also made basically this entire webpage. So let's get a round of applause for Lanford in chat. Thank you, Lanford, for all these amazing updates. And we always appreciate all your designs here. So thanks, Lanford. And as if that wasn't enough, with Lanford, we also have an entire new product launch called FlowView. So view all your NFTs and tokens directly in the browser. You can even manage your public keys directly from the web. And huge thanks to Lanford for making this cool platform. So let's take a look, shall we? This is FlowView. Now I don't really want to show my account, but let's show one of you people here. Who's got a .find account they want to show? Too much Lanford? Yeah, lots of Lanford. Who wants their account inspected? Or does no one want their account? Okay, mine. All right, perfect. Let's go to yours. Perfect. Okay, thank you. So let's go to yours. So what you can do is let's go to like your collections, for example. So we can see all of Raven's Raven's count is terrible. All right, so from the creator of the platform, your account is terrible. So we can view all your NFTs, right? So let's see. Do you have any barter yard packs? Okay, you got a barter yard one. You also have a treasure chest from Basic Beast. That's great. You have a blocks and 3 fright clubs. So pretty cool. You have some NFTs in your account. We can also go to or public items. I won't show your token balances out of respect, but oh, here we go. So here is just some public paths. So yeah, so it's also pretty cool for developers because you can see, like, if you're not a Cadence developer, this won't really make any sense. But if you are, you'll understand that it's pretty cool to see like the resource types also on the web UI. So that's sick. And you can also view like the user's public keys to help like interact with their account. This is great. And if you log in to your account and you go to I'm not going to log into mine, but if you go to your account, you can also manage your public keys directly on the platform. So this is really helpful for developers as well. I can't even emphasize how helpful that is for developers to be able to add and deal with their public keys directly on the website. So you don't have to rely on the FlowView source anymore. So super cool. So yeah, awesome website. And which I thought was like actually kind of crazy. I saw these options land for testnet and emulator. Does this actually work with emulator? Because that would be nuts. Wow. So, okay, you heard it here. It also works with the emulator. So that is an extremely helpful way to test your account and debug, and even works on testnet. So huge round of applause to Lanford for FlowView. Super cool. Super, super cool. You're a legend. Yeah, you're a legend. And let's do more. More Lanford. We also updated Link to display all your dangerously linked paths, so you can fix it accordingly. Now, this was basically following the Matrix Market bug, where some users' accounts basically got linked dangerously. So on Link now, you can actually go to, well, number one, you can set up your non-fungible tokens. So it looks like I have them set up. What is it? Go to Barter Yard Club here. So you can set up Barter Yard. Boom, I'll set that up. Even view the transaction here, which is pretty cool. Right, so I'll go ahead and set Barter Yard up. This is an example. But you can also go to fungible tokens and set up some fungible tokens too. So I haven't set up a lot, it looks like, but I can set these up. And if there was like a dangerous link here, you'd be able to fix it. I think I actually showed that screenshot on the announcement. Yeah, I did. Right here. So, like, for example, let's say that, a matrix market bug happened again, and for some reason your CE USDT was linked poorly, then you can fix it. So, another awesome tool for developers, non-developers, everybody to stay safe, and also just set up your accounts here. See now that Barter Yard is now correctly set up in my account. So, yay, Link. Updates. And I think that's all we have from Lanford today. So, sorry, Lanford. Spotlight is gone. But a wonderful job you did. All right, so Project Toucans. So I keep bringing this up every single week, but we have huge design updates for you this week, which I want to show. So Project Toucans, a DAO fungible token creator, allows you to fundraise on the platform, yada, 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 right? You create your own token, but the design's changed. So, the old designs look something like this. But remember I told you that we're doing like a whole redesign of the entire Emerald City to fit one theme. So these are the new designs. Yay! These are the new designs. So these are not completed. These are actually quite experimental, but we can take a look at it here. So create a token, launch a DAO, right? Tokens for any community. We show a list of leading projects, some stuff here, how to launch your DAO, right? Even go here, Emerald City DAO. There's some fun graphs. Fund it. This is like the launcher DAO experience. Yeah, deploys your own contract, Phil. Your own token contract. They're pretty cool, right? These are the new designs, and keep in mind also that these designs you're seeing here are going to be across all of Emerald City products. So eventually, Float will also look like this, stuff like that. So Touchstone. Pretty cool. Phil, no, we don't. Not at the moment, but once we start to get more like into the weeds, we definitely will. Also, here's a look at like the new logo. More modern. So it doesn't have like the circle around it anymore. It has like that kind of thing. Alrighty. That's that. Thanks, everyone. I'm glad you like it. So yeah. Now the next one is Firefly. These are old designs, but I still put them here. A Web3 payments platform, so similar to Stripe. This is also we're redesigning this one. Also, but I can't show these yet because it's just so experimental. Here's the last one. I don't think Suricat's here, but I've really been wanting to do a Minecraft event so bad, and we just haven't. But I do really want to do one this in December. Would people that would join? I'm not sure who here would play in the Minecraft event, but I was thinking December 16th, which is a Saturday. Would people be down to have a fun Minecraft event where we give away flow token, NFTs, emeralds, stuff like that? Oh, nice. I think Dean sent a copy of the designs. Nice. Yeah, so I'll just throw this out there for anyone that is thinking about joining. This is probably... Oh, is it Friday? Wait a minute. Oh, you're right. Okay, so maybe the 17th. So I'll just leave this here for people that would potentially join, and I'll talk to Suricat about when he wants to start making the event. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for joining, and I hope you learned a lot more about EC today.